下共享今日主题，转载觉曦轩 AI 讲座国际版北京场掠影，出处中华海峡两岸新闻报，期数栏目01期视微享国际版。以下让我们共享：第一，量子灵魂观。AI 浪潮席卷全球，对个人、企业体、家庭都带来极大的冲击。人们常说 AI 时代是意识的时代，可是意识又是什么呢？它又如何彻底颠覆 Z 世代的人们？2025年6月7日，北京大学哲学博士候选人圣玄法师应北京之请，举办觉曦轩 AI 系列的第一场讲座，主题 AI 迷思对比迷恋，生命启示意义。以下则是讲座3大纲：迷恋对比迷思知多少？AI 人格魅力对比当代婚姻观，我的意识被绑架了。以下则是值得重视的理论基础。第一，量子灵魂观 The concept of quantum computers with consciousness。 所谓意识就是心念的总和。2020年，英国诺奖物理学奖得主潘若斯 Sir Roger Penrose 主张，当我人肉体仍存活时，其意识的基本运作单位不只是在神经元的电化学活动，而是发生在神经元 neuron 内部微导管 microtubule 中的量子态。与潘氏合作的美国麻醉学专家 Stuart Hameroff 甚至主张，这些意识的基本运作单位可以维持量子叠加，成为意识的物理基底。一旦我人的肉体断气，不再维生，则意识重返宇宙波函数的能量场 Energy field of the cosmic wave function， 逐渐意识是可以存活在不同维度之间。以下让我们共享。第二 ，AI 机器人非情众生。AI 机器人其本身并不具备意识能力，因此是非主观、不能主动的产物。无人所见 AI 机器人所具备的能答能写能工作，全然是其组织以编程来控制，运用数学模式仿真人类神经系统的运作模式，再辅以深度学习 Deep Learning，成就 AI 3部曲如下：一 prompt 提示词工作指令，这个提示引导 AI 模型理解使用者的需求，并生成相应的回应。二推理 inference， AI 利用其训练过程中学习到的知识和模式，对提示内容进行分析，并生成符合上下文和语义的结果。三生成 generation， AI 机器人在完成内部推理后，会将生成的最终答案译过生成相应的操作进行输出，是为生成。以下让我们共享。第三，回应人类对 AI 机器人的迷惑。人类对 AI 机器人诸多特质，贴心温柔，不发脾气，不疲不惫等，其实这是 AI 发展出来的机器魅惑性，而非 AI 机器人的真实特质。因为机器人是没有意识系统的。人类之所以有以上的迷惑，乃因为对有情非情众生的属性彻底不明白，导致将认知错误所造成的迷思错解为迷恋，因此也进一步影响到现代人的婚姻观，老是将配偶的行为以 AI 机器人的行为特质做无理的要求，导致离婚率日益攀高。AI 机器人给人类最大的启发，不要只做成功的人，要做一个能活出有生命存在价值的人。这是爱因斯坦的名言，用于 AI 时代特别契合，因为无论 AI 发展如何引人入胜，乃至对我人类贡献价值良多，但 AI 机器人终究无力自主，始终处于被设计、被发展、被剥削的外部决定。以下让我们共享：我的意识被绑架了。为了抢救高瘫病人，世界首富 Elon Musk发明的脑机接口，在病人的头部开一个铜板大小的开口，装入细软的电机线，将神经信号截取到外联的电子设备，例如电脑、手机等，由工作人员、病人家属等第三人即可操作控制当事人的意识。这个设备充分展现我人的意识被绑架了，在这个时代已经是无可避免的事实。圣玄结论：AI 机器人生命启发意义。人类是有情众生，而 AI 机器人终究还是非情众生，但为人类提供优质服务。据此 AI 机器人也为人类生命存在价值带来下列2大启发意义：一、存在的自觉 self-awareness of existence。AI 再聪明，也只是依赖演算法处理输入输出，没有内在的存在感或自我反思能力，对生命存在的意义毫无体悟的能力。二、意义感 sense of meaning。人类会在经验中赋予意义，例如将痛苦转化为成长，将偶然视为缘分。然而 AI 不会主动寻找意义，它的行为目标永远来自外部设定，人给的指令、程式码、目标函数。因此 AI 机器人即便带来再大的成功，依然无法缔造生命存在的价值，这是最大的缺憾。 Let's share, repost glimpses from the Beijing session of the Enlightened Online AI Lecture Series, International Edition, Source, China Cross-Strait News Report, AI Delusion versus Fascination, Awakening the Meaning of Life, Episode Series, Episode number 1, Video Subtle Words, International Edition, Volume and Column, number 1, the Beijing session of the Enlightened Online. Number 1, the concept of quantum computers of consciousness. The global AI wave is sweeping across every corner of life, impacting individuals and enterprises and families alike. People often say the age of AI is the age of consciousness, but what truly is consciousness, and how is it radically reshaping the lives of Generation Z? On 7th of June 2025, Master Sunshine, PhD in philosophy candidate at Peking University, was invited to Beijing to deliver the inaugural lecture of the Enlightened Online AI series in the theme AI Delusion versus Infatuation, Awakening the Meaning of Life. Below are the 3 main outlines of the lecture. Number 1, infatuation versus delusion. How much do we really know? Number 2, AI's charisma versus contemporary views on marriage. Number 3, my consciousness has been hijacked, and there are the theoretical foundations worth paying close attention to. Consciousness, in essence, is the sum of all mental activity. In 2020, British Nobel laureate in physics Siraj Penrose proposed that the fundamental units of consciousness are not merely the electrochemical activities of neurons, but rather quantum states occurring within microtubules inside neurons. His collaborator, American anesthesiologist Stuart Hameroff, further argued that these fundamental units of consciousness can sustain quantum superposition, forming the physical substrate of conscious experience. Upon the sensation of body life, consciousness, they suggest, returns to the energy field of the cosmic wave function. This implies that consciousness may persist across different dimensions of existence. Number 2, AI robots, beings without consciousness. All AI robots in themselves do not possess the capacity for consciousness. They are therefore non-subjective and incapable of autonomous initiative. What we observed, AI's ability to respond, to write, and to perform tasks is entirely the result of programming by their creators. These systems simulate the workings of the human neural network through mathematical models and are further enhanced by deep learning. This gives rise to the trilogy of AI as follows. Number 1, prompt, a keyword or word instruction. This prompt guides the AI model to understand the user's needs and generate an appropriate response. Number 2, inference. The AI uses the knowledge and patterns it has learned during training to analyze the prompt's content and produce results that align with the context and disseminate. Number 3, generation. After completing its internal inference, the AI system outputs the final answer or performs the corresponding action. This process is called generation. Number 3, responding to human misconceptions about AI robots. Humans often perceive many qualities in AI robots, such as thoughtfulness, gentleness, never losing their temper, and never feeling tired, as inherent traits. In reality, these are forms of machine-generated allure developed through AI design, not the robot's true nature, since robots possess no consciousness. The reason humans fall into such misconceptions is their fundamental misunderstanding of the attributes of sentient and non-sentient beings. This leads them to mistake cognitive errors for infatuation. Consequently, it further affects modern views on marriage, where spouses are often unreasonably expected to behave according to the traits of AI robots, resulting in a steadily rising divorce rate. The greatest inspiration AI robots offer humanity is this. Don't just strive to be a successful person. Strive to be someone who lives out the value of existence. This famous quote from Einstein is especially fitting in the AI era. For no matter how captivating AI development becomes or how greatly it benefits humanity, AI robots ultimately lack autonomy. They will always remain subject to external design, development, and exploitation. Number 4, my consciousness has been hijacked. To save patients with severe paralysis, Elon Musk, the world's richest man, invented the brain-computer interface. This involves creating a coin-sized opening in the patient's skull to implant flexible electrode threads that capture neural signals and transmit them to external electronic devices, such as computers or smartphones. These devices can then be operated by third parties, such as medical staff or the patient's family, to control the patient's consciousness. This technology vividly demonstrates that our consciousness has been hijacked, a reality that, in this era, has become unavoidable. Master Sangshan's conclusion: AI robots, the meaning of life's inspiration. Humans are sentient beings, whereas AI robots remain non-sentient beings. Yet, by providing quality services to humans, AI robots brings 2 major insights into the value of human existence. Number 1, self-awareness of existence. No matter how intelligent AI becomes, it relies solely on algorithms to process input and output. It lacks an internal sense of existence or the ability for self-reflection and has no capacity to grasp the meaning of life. Number 2, sense of meaning. Humans assign the meaning through experience. For example, transforming suffering into growth or interpreting chance encounters as destiny. AI, however, does not actively seek meanings. Its behavioral goals always come from external settings, human-given instructions, code, or objective functions. Therefore, no matter how great the success AI robots achieve, they cannot create the value of human existence. This is their greatest limitation.